Well, hello all you lovely people and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, I'm making yet another video on Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Now, in case you're wondering, hey, what's the catch? Why are you making a second video when you've already made a video on this particular game? Now, the difference here is that I'm currently playing with my eGPU connected. So this means that I'm using the RX 7600 MXT as my primary GPU instead of the 780M, which is the integrated GPU that I made a video on. So I wanted to quickly make this video because I wanted to show the performance difference when you have an eGPU connected. By the way, I have the Haltech Alpha eGPU, which comes with the RX 7600 MXT, and it has 8 GB of dedicated VRAM. So what I've done in terms of the game is I've turned off everything off from AMD Adrenalin. So generally I would play with AFMF 2.1 turned on when I'm playing on the integrated GPU. But in this case, I have turned it off because I don't have the need to play with this eGPU connected to the Legion Go. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you the performance of this particular game with an eGPU connected. And this is Wuchang Fallen Feathers still. And let me know what you guys think about the video. I'm just going to show you the in-game settings and let's see how this plays. Let's get started, folks. So I've got MSI's Afterburner in the background running. And I just want to show some of the settings. I've already shown you my Adrenalin settings and I've mentioned that I've turned everything off. So here in the in-game settings, I'm directly going to go into the graphical settings. This is an issue with some of these Xbox games where the controller kind of somehow gets turned off. But let's focus on the game itself. So I'm playing at 1440p, guys. And if you know the RX 7600 MXT, then this is a 1080p Ultra or a 1440p medium to high graphics card. I am putting a lock on the FPS. Let's keep it at unlimited. In fact, let's not put a lock. And overall quality, we're going to take this over to medium or high. Let's try with high. Let's see how it impacts the game. I don't like motion blur, so I've turned it off. Depth of field, I've kept it at low. And these are pretty much the settings that I intend to play with. Apart from this, there are some advanced graphical settings as well. So we are going to go along with, let's see, TSR, FSR. There are only two options. So let's choose TSR. And the anti-aliasing quality has been kept on medium. Post-processing on medium. Shadow quality, I'm going to turn it down and bring it down to medium. And viewing distance and texture quality, I'm going to take it up high. Okay, please adjust with caution, but let's try to take it up to high. Vegetation quality, mid. Ambient occlusion is low. So as you can see, we're clearly running with the medium settings mainly, except for the texture settings, which I've kept on high. And I'm running this with TSR, not FSR. So in case I don't get the satisfactory performance, then I will get back into the settings and try to change this over to FSR. Let's start this with TSR, however. This is a tough game, guys. This is a Souls-like game. So obviously it has that same DNA, at least inspired DNA. And it's been developed by Lean Z Games. And this game has been met with decent, I would say, reception. People have actually liked this game. It's optimized well. And even when I was playing this without any eGPU, it was running absolutely fine. The game, as you can see, looks pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't use my Xbox controller, so I am using the keyboard and mouse right now. But this looks brilliant, guys. I'm playing this on my 55-inch Hisense U7H, which is a QLED TV, and it definitely supports 4K 120 FPS. Right now, this is looking pretty good. Pretty good to me. Let's try to move around and see how this performs. Light attacks. Where is the... Okay. So there was Pretty heavy stuttering there, and the game is struggling now. So at 1440p, the game is struggling without any kind of an upscaling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the settings, graphical settings, and what I'm going to try and do is advanced graphics settings, and I'm going to turn FSR on. Let's see this. So FSR is on, and I'm also going to try and turn frame generation on from within the game. So this is not from AMD Adrenaline, but this is from within the game. So now, if you notice, wow, this is smooth, guys. Super smooth. And this is in 1440p, by the way, guys. Incredible. Incredible, guys. Super smooth. Pretty happy with what it looks like. Not bad. Pretty fast-paced action, as you can see. What do I do to pick this up with my keyboard? E. All right, I'm going to pick this up. Okay, pretty solid, guys. So the game actually looks pretty good. It's been made well. There's some kind of an overlay that I'm getting on my screen for some reason. Okay, so you can switch between two weapons at one time. So let's try to see how this works. Yeah, pretty solid. So this is a heavy weapon, and you have a stamina meter at the bottom. Right now, my health ain't that great, but we're gonna continue and see how this game performs. It's not a video about how good or bad a gamer am I, but it's a video about how the game's performing. And right now, it's struggling in some areas still. So the game, when you're playing it through an eGPU, is not really working as well as you would have wanted it to at 1440p. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to bring the resolution down because that's the only thing that I can think of doing right now. And I'm going to bring this down to, let's say, 1080p. So what I've done now is I've reduced the resolution down. And if I head over to graphics settings, you would notice that I'm now playing with 1080p instead of 1440p. Like I told you, the RX 7600 MXT is a 1080p Ultra or a 1440p mid card. But in some of these modern game titles, it does seem to have inconsistent performance. Here, in this case, I definitely cannot play consistently well at 1440p. So therefore, I've reduced the resolution down over to 1080p. I'm just going to skip over these dialogues because I just want to get into the gameplay again. So I think this is a pretty decent setting. Oh, and you're dead. Wow. All it took was just a couple of blows, and Wuchang, Fallen Feathers, well, has fallen. But hey, in terms of the performance, at least you get an idea as to how this is doing with an eGPU. I think even if you play it in handheld mode, you should be fine with 800p. It's not bad. I think the weapon was comparatively better. The long sword was comparatively better. This one seems to be a little slow for how I generally play. See, I mean, it's powerful, but the issue is that it's too slow. The performance is all right. The performance is solid. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, I see something here, and I'm gonna pick it up. All right, and now let's get a move on. So as you can see, guys, this is Wuchang Fallen Feathers. It's kind of inconsistent on the Lenovo Legion Go with an eGPU connected to it. This time I'm going to go this way and see, if there's something around here. Well, there's nothing. So it's time to move back over here and see where this road leads me. Last time I took the path down, so I'm going to try and go up this time. Let's see what happens. Is there anything waiting for me up here? Anything interesting? Let's find out. Yeah, there's a kid there. Can I break this? Nope, I cannot. Okay, no problem, kiddo. I'm gonna come back for you and I'm gonna talk to you some other time. But right now, let me get back to the action and try to get revenge for what happened to me the last time around. I really struggle with these Souls-like games. I'm not very good at it. And personally, if you ask me, I don't like them as well. But this is personal preference, yeah. I mean, some people really enjoy these games, and I gotta give it to them. In terms of in terms of the patience required to play these games and the kind of grind that they have to put in, I have respect for them as players. It's pretty difficult. I mean, generally when I play these games, I have a cheats trainer in the background. It becomes easier if I want to enjoy storytelling. Then I play with Twitch running in the background. This time I'm not using anything like that. I'm just playing this as is. And overall, what do you think about the performance of this game? It's been an inconsistent ride so far. Alt and that. Okay, I got it. Alt and that. Okay, all right, I got it. Okay, got it. All right. So this again, guys, is Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I think I'm faring quite all right in this game. This game definitely is a looker. They have made the game look really nice. The developers have done a good job with the level design. It will kind of remind you of Wukong as well, Black Myth Wukong, because the level design is kind of similar. Even the shrines you would notice, because of course, it's been developed by Asian developers, and I see. I don't want to kind of uh, be unfair to Asian game developers. They've actually been doing a pretty solid job with some of these recent titles. And there are a lot of Asian games which are actually coming out, especially Chinese developers. They've been doing a great job. This is one such example where they've done a fantastic job with Wuchang Fallen Feathers as well. And you got to give it to them, right? I mean, the more developers in the market, the better it is for us gamers because we get to enjoy more variety of games that we can lay our hands on. You would have noticed that I've not spoken much about the game itself in this video. And there's a reason because I've covered most of what I had to tell about the game in my previous video. And therefore, I'm not talking about it in this one. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way the game is performing, even with an eGPU connected. It's not as consistent as it is without an eGPU when you're playing at a low resolution. But of course, you're not going to play this game at 800p or 900p when you're connected to a 55-inch TV, right? Therefore, the need for an eGPU. And yeah, that's exactly what I have. Not bad. I mean, I don't have a lot of health left, but so far, I've not been doing a bad job. So what do you think about Wuchang Fallen Feathers with an eGPU connected? I think it's okay, but I would rather play this just on the handheld mode at a lower resolution, and you also get to go mobile with that. In a setup like this, the disadvantage, oh, no, 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 and you're dead. Fantastic. Wow. In a setup like this, the disadvantage is that you have to keep it connected to a TV or a monitor, because it's not a good setup to have an eGPU connected and you're playing with an eGPU connected in your hands. So that's a downside. But overall, the plus side is that you can get to play on a bigger screen and you can get higher frame rates with an eGPU connected. This game, unfortunately, is one of those titles which is fairly inconsistent, but overall, it's not bad still. Like, I've seen dips of 40 to 50, and then it comes back up to over 100 FPS as well. So that's one of the disadvantages sometimes of playing with an eGPU. And I'll tell you what, I mean, in cases like this, right, the TDP also plays a role. And here, unfortunately, on the Lenovo Legion Go, I can only play with a TDP of around 20 watts. If I try to take it up to a higher wattage, then what happens is the system heats up, the Legion Go, the cable that I'm using heats up, and you will run into frequent disconnection issues because your eGPU will keep disconnecting from your Legion Go because of heat. So that's one of the issues that you run with. If you have an eGPU and if you have um, like a PC, a mini PC instead of the Legion Go, then the advantage that you have there is that you can increase the TDP without any heat issues because you have a constant power connected to your Lenovo Legion Go. Sorry, to your mini PC, not your Legion Go. With your Legion Go, you are restricted to 20 watts when you're connected to an eGPU. At least that's the problem that I've faced. And I'm just letting you know about that issue. But hey, this is Wuchang Fallen Feathers with an eGPU connected to it, the Haltech Alpha eGPU with the RX 7600 MXT. What do you think about the game? Please let me know in the comments section. What do you think about the eGPU's performance? Which other game would you like a video on with an eGPU connected to it? Please let me know in the comments section, and I'll be very happy to make videos on those games as well. But as far as this video goes, it's a wrap for this one. Now, before I go, and finally, end this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button if you have liked the content of this video. I do make videos like this. These are my Lenovo Let's Play videos. And apart from this, I have game reviews, I have gameplay videos, and I have products and items that are related to gaming being reviewed on my channel as well, like game controllers, monitors, etc. So if you want to watch any of those other content, feel free to scroll through my video list. But as far as this video goes, again, guys, I'll just conclude here and I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.